Yo, what's up fam? Hermon Allen here, and I'm not a chef, just a guy from Chicago, now in LA, who loves spicy yet tasty food. And I'm inviting you on my journey to discover the hottest, most flavorful dishes. So without further ado, let's get fired up. Hey fam, Hermon Allen here with another segment of Fire It Up, and we're here in Albuquerque, New Mexico at the world famous El Pinto restaurant, where I hear the red chili strips and the green salad dressing will set your soul on fire. And you know I'm all about the fire.
So my name is Doug, and the last name is Evil Sizer. It's a bit unusual and a bit long, but it's Doug Evil Sizer, and you're here at El Pinto restaurant here in the North Valley of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Long established place, established back in 1962. So one of the oldest New Mexican restaurants around here in the state. And the family actually established the very first New Mexican restaurant back in 1939 down in southern New Mexico.
Can you tell us some of the most famous or popular items on the menu?
So here at El Pinto, we're known for our chili. Like many places, many New Mexican restaurants, but it's distinctive here at El Pinto with our chili growing out of the Hatch Valley in southern New Mexico. So you have your red chili, you have your green chili at various heat levels, and New Mexican cuisine is distinctive from Mexican food really due to that chili. So with other foods like Mexican food, chili may be used as a spice. Here with New Mexican cuisine, it is your main dish. It is part of the dish, and the dish really isn't quite the same without the chili smothered on it.
Okay, right on. Okay, all right.
But as for what some of the most popular dishes are, Food Network named our red chili ribs the number 3 ribs in the nation. So they're not barbecue ribs, these are ribs with red chili, so those are very famous. And our most ordered item is our green chili chicken enchiladas. And unique here at El Pinto, a very customary way to order that with New Mexican cuisine is with an egg on top. And we have 250 laying hens in the back of our property that lay all of our eggs.
Why is the egg
for those enchiladas? So
why is the egg suggested for the enchiladas?
It just adds an extra flavor, adds some more protein, just adds a very different twist that a lot of New Mexicans enjoy, and it's a very classic way to order your enchiladas.
That is interesting.
So brief information on eggs, because you're probably not an expert in them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a normal egg looks like coming out. They don't need washed.
Right.
There's nothing on them. In America, I don't know if you travel very much, you go in other parts of the world, you never wash your eggs. They're not refrigerated, I should say. In America, we refrigerate our eggs, and we do that because we have factory farms, and they got poop on them, so they have to be washed. Once you wash an egg, there's a membrane, micromembrane around it that allows the egg to breathe, and then after that you have to refrigerate it. Okay. So once you wash it, then it has to be refrigerated. So these eggs, right now, I can leave this on my shelf, perfectly fine, perfectly clean.
It has the membrane coating?
So as the membrane hasn't washed. So we have white eggs, brown eggs, green eggs, blue eggs. There's no nutritional difference between a brown egg and a white egg. Okay. So don't let them be suckered into that. You're buying more healthy brown eggs. Doesn't work that way. Oh. The only thing for a more nutritious egg is to buy a pasture-raised egg.
Pasture-raised egg.
That's the terminology you want to look for. Those have twice the omega-3s, half the cholesterol. They're super, super nutritious.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much. Man. Since El Pinto is known for its chili, is there any special ingredients or spices that you can tell us about that you may use in some of your dishes?
Yeah, yes and no. Like our red chili ribs, it's very famous. We don't really disclose how we do that. But what is unique to El Pinto's chili is that we do grow this in the Hatch Valley, and with New Mexican cuisine, it is all about the flavor of the chili. So interesting for us is we also have millions of worms on our property that decompose a lot of our organic waste, and then we use that as the fertilizer on our chili, so we don't use antibiotics or pesticides or herbicides or any of those type of things. So it's grown organically, which adds an added flavor to our chili. And it's all fire roasted and hand peeled, and the red chili is sun dried as well. So it's an old classic traditional way to process chili, which we still follow.
Woo!
It's called our scorpion salsa, made with the scorpion pepper. But don't be shy. See what you think.
All right. Scorpion salsa.
Made with the scorpion pepper. Has a very distinctive flavor.
Oh my God.
There was been some chili wars as to who has the hottest pepper in the world. So
That is hot.
This is arguably the hottest pepper, although Guinness World Records did say another one was. But many people could argue how they did their measuring because they don't really know how to measure the heat of chili. Now, we only used a couple scorpion peppers in this. I mean, there was a half a pound, and we made a huge batch of salt, and half a pound of scorpion peppers is all that was in there.
Okay.
So have some more. Enjoy.
Well, I don't want to burn out too quick before I get to a main order. So I'm gonna have a few more bites and we're gonna adjourn.
The heat comes on slow.
Oh, you can see.
The heat comes on slow. It's one of those things that you taste it and you're like, oh, that's not that bad, and you're like, I'm gonna have a little more, and then it starts hitting, and then it starts coming on.
Oh, but it is spicy. It is tasty.
It's got a very distinct, and we made it so it was edible. I mean, nobody wants to eat a 1.2 million Scoville units pepper. I mean,
Ruin your whole appetite,
So-
your taste buds.
so now when you go back to our regular medium salsa, you go, oh, all right, that's a little different.
Man,
I may have a little bit myself. It's been a while since I've had it.
I think I'm gonna need a dab of water.
Oh, now,
No milk?
yeah, you should know. Water doesn't help, just so you know.
I know. I could use some milk.
The only thing that helps are milk or maybe
Milk and
margaritas.
bread. You know what? I think you guys talked me into it. I'm gonna have to have a margarita as well. I'm over here doing it. You're not getting the beads?
It's got some heat. Huh?
It does. You got some good heat.
It's got some heat. It's got a good flavor though. I mean, the flavor
Oh, no,
is
it's
just like it tastes good.
It's tasty. I can't wait to put it on something. All right. The veggie enchilada. Oh, look at that.
I'll be right with you. Thank you.
One of the things when I was in
Y'all in Vegas now doing your thing?
West Coaster.
That's right. What's up, man?
Yeah.
So what's happening in Vegas? What you doing out here? What's happening?
Well, I'm cooking, man. Yeah, I came out here. I was doing that back at home. I was working with a couple companies, and I worked with Food for Thought and Sodexo. And once I got into cooking, it's always kind of been a passion. And as a kid, I always wanted to eat and live a certain way. So like once I kind of got into it, the job was an accident. I was like, yo, it was working out for me. I was able to provide for myself at home without working for myself and only 3 days a week. So I was like, yo, I can probably really do this. Professionally, I started cooking in 2009. 2009 is when I first started. I was washing dishes. My man B.I., God rest his soul, he was murdered. And he had called me like, yo, I got an opportunity for you to wash your dishes. He's like, I'll wash dishes the first 6 months, and now I am, he's ordering food. He was ordering food for the kitchen. So I went in, started washing dishes, working it out. And some of the cooks, man, they took a liking to me. The Mexican cats would peel melons, watermelons, cantaloupes, 100 melons and like 20 melons. So they was like, yo, one guy was like, you peel this melon, I'll show you how to do something else. I was like, word? So I would practice. Wash the dishes, one nothing be done, practice. Washing dishes, washing my ass off. Finally, I figured it out. Once I showed him I could do that, he then sent me to one of the other cooks. I was in the cold kitchen, Tanika Martinez. Wild Puerto Rican. She can cook her ass off. And Tanika started showing me little things like sauces. And there was another guy in the kitchen, my man Kamal. Kamal was a blood from St. Louis. That's who's cooking your food. Like, America is cooking your food. Like, the people that you might think are degenerates or you don't understand, that's flavor.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's why your shit tastes so good. And that's what happened. Flavors Court, all right. Myself, Sharita LaShawn, which is, she does human resources, also one of the investors in our company. She's helped Flavors a lot. You know, she's helped us grow a lot.
So this is part of the segment, man, where we getting down to the meat. You know, the grits. What are you gonna prepare for us today?
We're gonna do, we're doing a puree, right? And we already got it. So this is gonna be kind of dope too, because it's easy to put together when you got the right ingredients. And that's really like my main things. Easy steps. We've got a carrot ginger puree, okay? I'm gonna season that with some ground turmeric, fresh saffron, coriander, what I got? Chile pasado, chile areños, they're ground chilies, and then I got something else that I can't tell you. All right, I'm gonna use that as a base, okay? And we're gonna base it with the puree, and then I got a nice little medallion for you. Nice little pepper. We peppered the size of it. Got a nice little filet mignon, nice tender piece. Salt and pepper, they're staples. You need them.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like before you can paint the car, you know, you got to prime it.
Yeah, the prep. So I assume this is the salt.
Iodized salt as well.
Oh, iodized.
Yeah, non-iodized salt could be used. It's great for like garnishing or dressings, but you're not getting the same vitamin content.
Okay.
So yeah, the good thing about this is you can be a 30-minute chef, man. It doesn't take a genius to do this. All right, the soup is pretty much the basis right here. What we need to really master is the seasonings, how much of what and what we're gonna put in there. This is organic. Organic meaning it's with no dairy. Okay, no dairy, no gluten. It's cashew based. Just like they have cashew butters, cashew cheeses. It's another way to still get the same taste that you used to get out of dairy products, but from non-dairy items. All right. The cashew is your friend. Cashew makes milk. They do, see? For the vegans, see? Vegan, no gluten. And it's only 120 calories. That's not per serving. That's the entire box, my friend. Okay. You know, so we have the Right Up Pacific is an awesome brand, the only one I use. They're ready to go. And then I got some olive oil that I've been kind of messing with here. That's great. You know, you don't really have to use olive oil. I like it. I like olive oil or either coconut oil. Again, if I can't eat it, I don't want to. If I don't want to put it on my body, I can't eat it. And if I can't eat it, I shouldn't be putting it on my body. That's how I feel. Put it this way.
Turmeric.
So you got the turmeric. Okay. Here a little bit. Yes. The curry. The curry is definitely needed. That's what's going to bring it all together for us. Okay. See how you're getting that gold color in there?
I do.
There we go. So wait for we drop the saffron in. You know, sometimes when people make soups, they'll use cornstarch. Now that's cool, but if you keep putting that cornstarch in there, right? Even though the color will be the same, you know what I'm saying? Because you can as long as you mix it right, it still has that starchy flavor, so you got to re-season it. But if you use like a plant-based protein that's already in a powder form, you can still thicken it up a little bit and add something to it instead of just using cornstarch as filler. All right. Put it in there. All right.
So how long would you say that we're searing it?
Well, you know, maybe sometimes maybe like a minute and a half on each side. I don't really want it to cook like that. Like what we want it to do is just to get a nice brown on like a quarter of both sides, and then that to brown up for you. You know, kind of half covered. Hey, babe. All right. There we go. This one red should be done in a second. All right. There we are. See, if we'd have just dumped this in there and turned it up, we would have lost so much more soup, and everything would have just been stuck to the bottom. This is the chimichurri sauce, okay?
Chimichurri.
Chimichurri. Now, normally they use, you can use parsley, but we use cilantro. I use tarragon and dill, apple cider vinegar, lemon, lime, and secret ingredient. I did a cranberry dressing, a cranberry cherry dressing that I mixed in. That's why you get that redness to it, and just a hint of sweet.
And I taste all of that.
There you go. Now,
everything he named, I taste
there
it
you
all.
go. All right, so now we're gonna drop the saffron in, right?
Finally,
Finally,
last.
man. All things that you can grow in your yard. You know, a lot of times we feel so disconnected from these foods, but it's not like that foreign. It's not like, oh my God, what is that? And why I gotta go to some ridiculous restaurant and spend like $400 every night to eat that? You know, you don't. You know, if we educate ourselves on, you know, what our body needs and what our taste palates are, man, we can do so much. All right. See that? All right, let's roll. The idea is for this to be a bed for the steak.
Nice, okay.
This is the heat right here. We build it up. We build it up. So we stack it like this so it enables you to taste everything piece by piece.
All right.
So they all sit right for you.
Nice.
All right. We've got the chimichurri sauce that we were talking about, right?
Okay.
All right. So we got the spicy, the smoky, and the hot right here with the curry ginger cashew soup. Okay. And we bring that up right here. This is the highway right here. This is the Martin Luther King of filet mignons. Okay, you're gonna overcome after you eat this. Right, he's gonna bring two different worlds together.
That's right.
The chimichurri and the tanginess, and the heat from the curry we got there. So we're just gonna kind of drip them over. Let's get the dust of the saffron. We don't need much. The table. You know, you eat with your eyes, man. You've heard your mom tell you don't eat with your eyes. She would tell you that for a reason, because sometimes stuff looks so good and you might not really be able to, you know, enjoy it all. But this is why we do small portions and we just pack a lot of flavor. We've got a curry coconut puree, okay? Curry cashew puree. Curry cashew puree. Filet mignon medallion with Italian breadcrumb, and it's topped with a chimichurri sauce.
Filet mignon.
And garnished with fresh dill, and not fresh, but dry dill and saffron. Time for you to eat.
Man, I'm fired up. I'm about to taste this wonderful filet mignon he just cooked up for me. We're gonna try this puree first, the spicy coconut puree. Let me see what he's talking about. That is spicy. Indeed. And damn good. Ooh, I can't wait. Oh, that's spicy. Yes, sir. Let's do it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they cut
Juicy.
See that?
Oh, man.
No problem.
And so, what is this again? The
Filet mignon.
no, the
Oh, the topping?
the topping.
Chimichurri. When you do that, just taste the meat without
Just
the
taste
chili.
meat. Yes. Yes, my man. All right.
Turn this shit up.
I am devouring this like a predator. He really did his job on this. My man. Wow. Just the right amount of seasoning and just the right amount of spices. Excellent. Welcome to Ruthie's Caribbean Kitchen. Let's get fired up.
My name is Ruth, my last name is Clark, and I'm from St. Lucia. We're located somewhere between Barbados and Martinique. Well, Caribbean people, we love cooking. It's a culture thing. We love food, we love to feed people, and we come from large families, so we're always cooking. I love dabbling with different flavors from my foods. My favorite dish would be the one that I most enjoy eating, and that's the curry goat. I really enjoy cooking, and cooking that particular meal. And my fascination with that particular meat is a lot of people have not had that experience. And so when I prepare it, I will have them guess what meat it is. And most times they will say, well, it tastes like beef. And to me, when they say that, it's a very big compliment on the way the meat was prepared. Because goat meat can be gamey if you don't know how to prepare it. So the dish I would like to prepare is the jerk chicken, and I could give you a process how we cook in St. Lucia. It varies with other islands how we prepare our jerk chicken, because some people barbecue it. We stew it. We stew the chicken, and the process of stewing it is we create this coloring from scratch. And after we caramelize the sugar to make the coloring, we toss the seasoned product in there, which is the chicken. Get that nice golden brown color to, and the flavors in there already. Then we add the jerk sauce to the whole pot, and that's where you get the mild jerks. And but in order to get that real jerk sensation, then we reapply the jerk sauce upon the order as the customer asks for the order.
All right, I'm about to have a spicy jerk chicken, St. Lucia style.
What's spicy? If I don't want it spicy.
Woo! That jerk was special. Hope you enjoyed yourself at Ruthie's Caribbean Kitchen. I know I did. See you next time on Fired Up.